Okay then folks, I'm down at the range with the ATA Airborne. Put my own scope on it, so I'm a bit more comfortable with this one at the moment. I've set a target up at 30 yards and that's what I'll be testing out to. 2-2, pretty decent range actually. After I've done the test, I'm going to test 12 different pellets and see how they group through it. After that I'll probably do a bit of reactive target shooting further out. So we'll get on with the test. We'll be starting off with the Rangemaster Sovereign as we did yesterday. Pretty much on actually. So obviously it's probably going to take a re-zero. That's why I've filled the magazine up initially, and then I'm going to be doing 2 0 shots and then the I hit it. But not on the card, so it's obviously off the card. I'll see if I can see it hit the edging. Yes, that's it. It's going a bit high to the right. Too much this time. In fact, I'm going to go for it now. So top left. Okay, so seems to be that right now. Just need to go up a bit. So that's it. So don't do too bad at all actually once we've got it on. Okay then. So the next one is the JSB. I'm just going to go for it. Going to be a bit of drop, probably. So we're going for group. Seems to be going through the same hole. Yeah, very accurate barrel actually. Okay, so that's it. Not too bad. Fire a couple of more at the first group because I was still zeroing in. So that way we'll have a bit more consistency. That's better. Right. So next one up will be Akipel. I tend to do well through Turkish barrels, do well through the Webleys and the Hatsons, so should do well through this, I think. It's a shame they didn't bring all the different barrels out at the same time. So currently you can only get a 2.2. I mean, first impressions, nice rifle. Great price as well. Massive cylinder, so should equal a good shot count, especially on a regulated rifle. Okay then, so these are the active holes. Going for the zero target first. High to the right. Okay. So I'm going bottom left. I'm going to aim at the 7 o'clock position. Same old. Hell. That's strange, isn't it? That one went back to the first group, so I think that's it. No, another one. There we go. So that's good this time. Now I've got to fill the old magazine up, haven't I? That's it. So not quite so good this time. So now we're going for the lead freeze. 11.75 grain. These are likely to go very high. So we'll see. Okay. Centre target. That's gone really high up. So light. 4 mil dots on it actually, so around 4 mil dots low. Okay, so just turn to the group. Oh, that hit the side there, but got about 4. In the same sort of room. So that was a lead freeze. Right, stick a new target up, a new set of pellets up. Okay then, Dennis is one of the pest controllers down here. Shot about 400 rats last year. So I've got some hunting pellets I'm going to try here. I've got the Predator Polymag, Barracuda Hunter. Let's see how they do. First thought it was a Polymag. Tendency to go to the right. Going straight for it and I might have pulled that. The only downside I can find at the moment with this is a trigger. It's a bit, it wants setting up better. I'm not touching it, I'm just shooting it straight out of the box. But like a lot of the crows, they're bad triggers to start off with. You need to tune them up yourself basically. Seems to be set too heavy. and the trigger makes all the difference for accuracy. So the next one up was the Barracuda Hunters then. Go for the centre one, see where it's hitting. Okay, so it's dropping, which is an heavier pellet. So go for the top right. Okay, that's not too bad. The trigger's a bit, that needs adjusting. But apart from that, it's a pretty good value gun.
Shoots alright, does it?
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah, that's all they do at the moment. They are coming out with 177 and 2.5, and they're also coming out with laminate stocks in brown and a blue. But they've not been out that long, I don't think. That's got potential. That's 3 through the same hole with that. So
How many shots in that, Matt?
it's a 545cc bottle and it's regulated. So it's not been tested yet, but you can only imagine, can't you? I tell you what, the regulator's good on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the regulator's working really well.
Was it a Crown style magazine?
Yeah, quite a big.
Spin it and...
Yeah, you had to put the first one in upside down on it.
Oh, from the back?
Yeah, quite faffing around. So straight onto the target. Bottom left. I mean, I think all it needs is a trigger setting up and it'll really do well.
It doesn't look too bad actually.
Yeah.
I have to look in stock though.
It is. Good bench gun. I mean, fill it up, you bloody use it for about 2 days before you needed to top up again, I think.
Looks very much like a side lever rapid, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing what's coming out of Turkey now. It's like Kral. They do the rifles that are going under the Benjamin name. You know, the Kratos and all them, Kratos, whatever they're called. They look similar to them.
Crusader and everything.
Hey?
The Marauder and all them lot.
Yeah.
Benjamin do the Marauder and stuff, don't they?
Yeah. But, just thought I'd try different stuff through it.
What's it like accuracy wise?
It's not too bad. I mean, it's like I say, if you can get over the trigger, because you're pulling it and
Quite heavy.
it's heavy, but when it goes, you can't feel it like you can a trigger. But there's an hole up there to adjust it, and Dennis did say that there's a chap on YouTube that shows you how to adjust the triggers properly. So I found that with the Kraus that came out, the triggers are total crap when you first get them. You just need to adjust it yourself. You tend to make them all heavy to start off with.
It's a safety thing, they just leave them
well, that's it.
heavy.
Yeah. So this one then, it's the Hobby and it's the flat nose one. See how that does. Oh, okay, it'll be alright for hunting. So that looks right.
Not heavy. Shoot that after the shoot.
Okay. That's it. Yeah, it's this trigger that's upsetting the accuracy. It's too heavy.
Too heavy.
Just pulling it. What a shame, really. Probably the most important thing after the barrel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are Ultra Mags. Yeah, I've gone through the same hole. You'd expect that from me. Going all over the place again now. That's typical, isn't it? Now this group of pellets is the ones that you don't expect to do any good, so if you do well. Okay. BSA Elites. Bloody trigger. Actually, these BSA Elites are doing alright when they're not being pulled off. Grip really well. So the last one is the Field Target Trophy Green. We'll shoot on. Right in the centre. Yeah, it's done that way. Right. And then 4 bullocks down. That's the end of the test. Okay then folks, back at base. Took it down to the range, as you know. Now, some of the groups were grouping really well, and then there'd be a massive flyer or they'd pull off to one side. And I could tell that some of the pellets were grouping really well. You'd probably get 3 almost through the same hole, and then it'd be all over the place. Well, I'm putting that down to the actual trigger. It's got a lot of good points about it. It's a regulated rifle, and the regulator works really nice. There's plenty of air capacity in the cylinder. If you wanted a smaller bottle, you could fit a carbon fibre bottle to it. Shut up, you pair! Bloody dogs. But yeah, one of the downsides I've got for this is the trigger. Now, it needs adjusting out of the box. Shooting out of the box you can't feel 2 stages. There's a little bit of creep, and then it's quite heavy, then it just goes. Well, because it's so heavy, it's pulling a lot of the shots that I was shooting down range. There's a screw underneath where you can loosen it, and Turkish rifles, apart from the Hatson, the Kraus especially, their triggers are, well, when they start off, their triggers are pretty bad. It's very heavy, but it was dead easy to adjust, and you could adjust them down so they're shooting really nice and sweet. It's got one screw at the bottom there that you can adjust and get that right. But just try it now. It's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. And it's gone. So it's like a single stage at the moment, and you're pulling and pulling, and that's what's causing the inaccuracy with some of the shots. It's so, you're just waiting for it to go, and you think, is it going to go yet? And it just don't. So Dennis did say there's a chap on YouTube that does a video on how to tune the triggers up. Well, we're definitely going to do that, because out of the box, the trigger's atrocious on it. But apart from that, it's a nice rifle. The barrel is accurate rifle. So I put the inaccuracy down to the trigger, which is probably one of the most important parts of the rifle after the barrel. So if you've got a nice trigger, you can feel it right. You can get it right. But I know for a fact that I was snatching some of the things because there's no first stage in it. It was just getting heavier and heavier, then it just went. So trigger wants sorting out on it, but apart from that, nice little rifle at a great price. So all I can say, it's up to you whether you go for one of these or not, but I think I'd get one if I could, and I'd just work on the trigger because I know it's got great potential. So that is the 88 Arms Airborne, which for me is great because I'm an ex-paratroop, so this rifle's made for me really, isn't it? So there we go then, the 88 Airborne. Okay folks, you didn't think I'd leave it at that, did you? Well, just to make it fair on the rifle, I decided actually put less weight on the trigger. I adjusted it. The way I did it, I cocked the rifle, adjusted it down until the rifle fired itself, and I tightened it up again. The trigger is certainly the thing that upsets this particular rifle, but I think I've got it to a point now where even though it does still feel like a single stage trigger, at least you're not coming up against such a big heavy wall, and the proof is in the pudding because I took it down to the range again today and it seems to do okay at the same distance, even though the wind was blowing at about 9 or 11 miles an hour today, and whereas yesterday it wasn't blowing at all. So I think I've got the trigger as best it can be. It's not a two stage in this rifle anyway, it's a single stage. I would suggest that Dennis takes it back to where he bought it from and try and get him to explain why it's classed as a two-stage trigger. It might just be a one-off that's not got a very good trigger, in which case it will need sorting out. They shouldn't be marketing it as a two-stage trigger and only having 1 point of adjustment. Because obviously if you've got a two-stage you need 2 points of adjustments for the first and second stage, and this one just hasn't got it. So apart from that, I would score the rifle 10 out of 10, but because of the trigger I've got to give it a 7. It's the only thing that's let this particular model down. Whether it's the same in all others, I don't know, because I know Mark Kimosio, he's done a review on it, and so has Airguns Militaria, and they'd never mentioned the trigger at all. In fact, on the Militaria arms they said it was good. Well, I won't class it as anywhere near good on this particular one, so hopefully it's just this rifle. Like I say, you can adjust it, and I dare say you can tune the triggers up, but really they should be adjustable at the factory. But yeah, so in the next video, part 3, you'll see how it's performed after trigger adjustment. So I'll catch you then.